I'm blind. My boyfriend's friends joked about how easy it would be to rape me when he wasn't home. I finally told him, and everything exploded. +1 update. The formatting might be weird because I'm typing the whole text myself and not using any speech-to-text functions. I'll try my best to avoid a wall of text. So, my boyfriend, 31 meters, and I, 24F, have been dating for 3 years now. We live in an apartment together and we're having the wonderful luck, that's sarcasm BTW, of having my boyfriend's two best friends, 32 meters and 35 meters, as our neighbors. They live right across from us, which is a huge issue because they come over literally every day and it almost feels like I'm living in my apartment with 3 guys instead of just one. Sometimes they come over when my boyfriend isn't even home and start engaging me in the most random and weirdest conversations. And sometimes these conversations are really disgusting. Here's an example. A few days ago I was at home and my boyfriend was at work. As always, 32 meters and 35 meters decided to come over without bothering to tell me beforehand that they were coming over. The conversation was really unsettling this time. They started talking about how easy it could be to rape me because, according to them, they could just walk in pretending to be my boyfriend, and I wouldn't know it was them. This freaked me out a little bit because this is my exact issue. Whenever the door to my apartment opens, I always assume it's my boyfriend, but sometimes it's them instead. However, as soon as they open their stupid mouth, I know for sure that it's them and not my boyfriend. As if this whole "I could rape you and you wouldn't know it was me" thing wasn't enough, they said that if I got pregnant by one of them, I wouldn't know because I wouldn't be able to see that my child would look like one of them instead of my boyfriend. I just sat there and thought, what the F goes on in their brains? I'm used to people not knowing how to act in front of me because of my blindness, but my boyfriend's friends' conversations aren't just uncomfortable or awkward, they're terrifying. I don't think they would ever touch me against my will, but conversations like this are incredibly unsettling and I wish they would stop talking about me like that. I haven't told my boyfriend about this exact situation, but I told him that his friends make me uncomfortable. I'm afraid that my boyfriend won't believe me when I tell him about this conversation because it's just so absurd. I'm almost 100% sure that if I do tell my boyfriend about his friend's behavior towards me, it will result in a 1 versus 2 situation. His friends will most likely deny anything I say, and then it will be 2 statements, them against 1 me. Just for clarification, my boyfriend knows that his best friends come over even when he's not at home, but he doesn't see it as a problem. What should I do? I'd be thankful for any advice. TLDR, I am blind. My boyfriend's best friends talk inappropriately about me and joke about raping me, because, according to them, I wouldn't be able to tell them apart from my boyfriend due to me being blind. My boyfriend doesn't know that they're talking about me like this. Edit, there are tons of people asking me how I was able to type this even though I'm blind. I've explained it several times in the comments already, but people keep commenting about it and I'm getting tired of explaining the same thing over and over again. There is a YouTube video called How I Use Technology as a Blind Person by a woman called Molly Burke. Feel free to watch or listen to this video. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. Can you record that shit? Also, how do they go into the apartment? I think you can absolutely tell your boyfriend that you're not okay with them coming in when he's not around. Oop. I'll definitely try to record it next time. They have a key for the apartment, and we actually have one for their apartment as well, but it was supposed to be only used in emergency situations. Update, 2 weeks later. This is actually a repost of my update. I posted this only a few days after my original post, but I must have somehow deleted it because it doesn't show up on my profile anymore. I'm very sorry about that. Using technology as a blind person doesn't always go smoothly. But at least I was able to find the saved copy of my update on my laptop. Before anyone asks again, yes, blind people are able to use computers and phones. The amount of people that think that I'm lying about being blind because I'm able to use a computer, a phone, and Reddit is sickening. If you are interested to see how blind people use technology, watch the video How I Use Technology as a Blind Person by Molly Burke on YouTube. This will hopefully answer your questions. A lot of people in the comments have pointed out the urgency of the situation and told me to immediately tell my boyfriend about his friend's behavior. My boyfriend came home around 5 hours after I made that post and I was planning on telling him everything, but he was in an incredibly bad mood and just wanted to go to bed, so I didn't do it. To be honest, at this point I still didn't fully realize the urgency of the situation even though so many people pointed it out. The next day, my boyfriend went to work again and I decided to wait for him at home because I didn't have the possibility to go anywhere else, but I contacted my parents and told them about my situation. That way, at least someone would know about me if something bad happened. This time, when M32 and M35 came into my apartment, the door was locked. They have a key. I wasn't just uncomfortable with them being there, I was in fact on the verge of having a panic attack. They must have noticed that because they did some disgusting things to me while behaving as if this whole thing was funny. They did not rape me, but what they did wasn't okay. I started screaming, which kind of scared off M35 and M32, and luckily an elderly lady from the floor above heard me screaming. I swear, this lady was my guardian angel. She didn't force me to explain anything and just took me to her apartment. She was comforting me for nearly 2 hours, during which I couldn't stop bawling my eyes out. Perhaps this is life's way of telling me to stop being so naive. My dad always told me Vorsicht ist besser als Nachsicht equals better safe than sorry. From now on I will definitely follow this advice. I will never wait for things to escalate like this again. When my boyfriend came home, I was finally able to tell him about everything. I've never witnessed him being so angry. He genuinely thought that his friends were helping me out when he was at work, and he apologized for not taking me seriously when I told him that his friends make me uncomfortable. Of course, things couldn't just end here. My boyfriend was so angry that he decided to go over to his friend's apartment. There was lots of yelling and it resulted in a physical fight. My boyfriend seems to have no injuries though. Shortly after, my boyfriend took some time off work, packed our bags and drove us to my parents' house. We are currently trying to find a new apartment, but it will take some time to find one that is suitable for a blind person. Thank you so much for all of the comments on my original post and all of the private messages. I couldn't answer all of them, but please know that I appreciate every single comment and message. TLDR, I was able to tell my boyfriend everything and am now at my parents' house to avoid any contact with M32 and M35. Final comments. Commenter 1. Never underestimate the power of old German ladies coming to the rescue. When I was a small child, I got locked out of my Opa's apartment, and his neighbor brought me into her apartment and fed me cookies until my mother came back. I remember your old post and I'm very glad you're all right. Please consider a police report on these men as well. Commenter 2. Only older German women can attain that combo of complete sweetness and warmth and take no bullshit directness. I need to write my Omi. Commenter 3. Please report the friends to the police. For threatening to rape you, and for assault, it sounds like something happened, as well as home invasion. The police could easily tack on conspiracy charges, since the two of them planned this in advance.